the rim.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
To Towns, down low. Old school, backs his man down for the basket.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Rises for the slam.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
The shot, almost. Teague with it up top. All tied up, just underway in this fourth quarter. Karl Anthony Towns sends it away. All by himself, creates his own shot there. Now the Bulls will take the timeout. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? It goes down. Now a whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner. 17-footer for the win. The quarter comes to an end, and it's deadlocked, all tied up. And the extra period begins. Teague to Towns. Able to convert inside.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Zach LaVine. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Butler to Wiggins. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Gets it in the right corner. Has a look. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
LaVine. Now that's a contest. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Butler into the front court. Down 3. To Taj Gibson. Defense making the ball handler work. Short jumper misses. Wolves have it. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Zach LaVine for 3. Zach LaVine forcing that one there. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Wiggins to Gibson. And count the basket inside.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Chicago basketball. Easy pad to the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Teague with the basketball. They're down 3. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler to Towns. Knocks it down off the step back.
Oh, my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Zach LaVine. He engulfed him that time. Teague with it up top. They trail by 1. Taj Gibson to Towns. Down low for Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim. Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago. Let's see what they come up with. Down a point here in the final minute. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Grayson Allen. Taken by the Wolves. T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. Good on the layup.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as they'll want to make sure everyone's on the same page here in this overtime. To Markkanen. Going to launch beyond the arc. This young man with a great stroke, even when it's well defended.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Butler with a shot, no good. 17-footer for the win. Time expires. This game is all tied up. All right, here we go. Overtime underway. To Butler. Gibson. To Towns. Butler for 2. Carter comes away with it. LaVine. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jeff.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
T, the drive, right to the basket. Yes, Andrew Wiggins. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Butler to bring it up. He'll run the offense. There's a pass stolen by Chicago. Carter. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Teague with the basketball. Down 2. Trying to cash in. Jeff Teague. 3 for 6 now.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
To Markkanen. Throws it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Taj Gibson. Butler, it's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Lauri Markkanen sends it away. Taj Gibson.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Almost unlucky bounce. Knocked loose. Wolves have it. He throws it down.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Taken by the Wolves. To Wiggins. Won't go. To Wendell Carter. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
The quarters come to an end. Scoreboard says it's all even. And the extra period begins.
I got this plan. Let's go. I got your help.
The jumper's off the mark. To Wendell Carter. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Teague with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Wiggins to Teague. Here comes the screen. Lauri Markkanen snatching it out of the air. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lauri Markkanen. Wiggins. And he connects at the line. Teague. The Bulls with the rebound. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Teague with the basketball. Trailing by 4. Butler to Teague. Driving right to the basket. Now ready to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Jimmy Butler, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And he makes them both. To Allen. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. Butler to Wiggins. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Short jumper off the mark. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. To Markkanen. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Butler into the front court. Down a point. To Towns. Gets a look. Can't hit. Bulls with it.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Deep right corner. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. He hits.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Teague with it up top. Down 4. To Gibson. Wiggins. Lets it fly from long range. Andrew Wiggins. No one in the Canadians' postal code with the basket.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
To Wiggins. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Chris Dunn. The drive. Right to the basket. Down the lane to lay it in.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Butler to Wiggins. Rebound taken in by Chicago. Here's a tie-up and an intentional foul. That means free throws coming with a little under 30 seconds to play. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Towns to Wiggins. Short jumper won't fall. And now an intentional foul, so they'll send him to the line. 2 free throws here means it's a 3-possession game. First one, count it. Two for 2 on that trip. Towns. Almost, but no good. The Bulls take this one. It took 3 overtimes to get the job done. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here. And I've got your EA Sports.